Let me guess. Your day feels chaotic. You're pulled in 100 directions. You're trying to be productive, present, focused, but no matter what you do, your mind just won't settle. You check your phone. You open a tab. You forget why you walked into a room. And at the end of the day, you're drained. Not from doing too much, but from doing too much of the wrong things. I know how this feels. The racing thoughts, the endless mental tabs open, the exhaustion that never really goes away. You want to focus. You want to be present, but your mind keeps slipping through your fingers. It doesn't have to stay this way. This is changeable and simpler than you've ever been led to believe. There is a way to regain control, to quiet the noise, to sharpen your focus, and to feel powerful in your own mind again. This isn't a theory. It's a practical path forward, one that starts right here, right now with you. This isn't about doing more. It's about learning to work with your mind, not against it. Most people don't realize this. There's nothing wrong with your mind. It's just untrained. Most of us were never taught how to focus, how to direct our awareness, how to manage our energy. So we float through the day at the mercy of notifications, interruption, mental loops, and the pressure to keep up. You might think you have a time problem, but it's actually an attention problem. And attention is the gateway to everything. Clarity, confidence, peace, purpose. So if you feel overwhelmed by everything on your plate, constantly distracted and never really present, like your energy is leaking in 1,000 directions, this is for you. And you're not alone. Energy is your most valuable currency. You only get so much of it in a day. You can't make more and you can't borrow it. You can only choose how you spend it. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Every scroll, every unfinished thought you're still carrying, every person you try to please, it's costing you something. I always tell people to treat their energy like their bank account. Would you invest all your money into things that give you nothing back? Of course not. But most of us do that with our time and energy every single day. The goal isn't to do everything. The goal is to do the right things with clarity, intention, and focus. You have to understand where your attention goes. Most of us don't feel in control of our own attention. We start the day with good intentions, but by mid-morning, we've already checked our phones a dozen times, jumped between conversations, tasks, and apps. Our own mind feels so scattered. It feels like it's going in a million directions. That must sound familiar. And you're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. You've just been operating in reaction mode, pulled by everything around you instead of choosing what to engage with. The real issue isn't that you can't focus. It's that you've never been shown how to bring your attention back. And in today's world, where everything is designed to steal your focus, you need a different kind of approach. So let's make it simple. Focus isn't about forcing your mind to behave. It's about noticing where your attention is and choosing where you want it to go next. Let's say you're in a conversation, but you catch yourself thinking about an email. That moment, the noticing, is a win. Now you get to choose to come back. Let's say you're answering emails, but your brain is planning dinner. Notice it and bring it back. That's the move. Notice, then bring it back. It's meaning you gently shift your attention back to the thing you want to focus on. It might be the person in front of you, the task you're working on, or even your own breath. There's no drama, no self-judgment, just a quiet redirection, like guiding a distracted child kindly by the hand over and over. It's not glamorous, but it works. And over time, it teaches your brain that you are in the driver's seat again. You'll start to feel calmer, more steady, more in control, not because the world changed, but because you did. So instead of beating yourself up when you feel distracted, start seeing it as practice. Every time you come back to the moment, you're building real focus. Distraction is a trained habit, because if you feel like your focus is fractured, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Most people are practicing distraction all day, every day. We check our phones hundreds of times. We jump from task to task. We consume more than we create. And we wonder why it's so hard to concentrate. But what you practice, you become. So if you've been practicing distraction for 13 hours a day, you've gotten really good at it. But here's the good news. The same law of practice can be used to train focus, presence, and mental clarity. It just takes intention. You don't need to meditate for hours a day or go live in a cave to master your mind. You just need to bring practice into your life daily. Here's how you do it. Number 1, focus on doing one thing at a time. When you're washing dishes, just wash. When you're writing, just write. When you're listening, really listen. Every time your mind drifts, notice it without judgment and bring it back. That's the rep. That's the training. Use conversations as training grounds. Every time you talk to someone, your partner, your child, a coworker, make it your mission to keep your awareness on them. If they're talking, your mind drifts, you catch it, and then you come back. You do this over and over, and you'll build the muscle of real presence. And this one is a very important one. You need to guard your energy like a sacred resource. Before you commit to anything, ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my energy? If not, say no, not out of guilt, but out of respect for what really matters. We have to realize that small shifts change everything. They compound. Let me share some things that help me feel really steady again. Simple shifts that you can weave into your day, no matter how busy you are. I started sitting in silence for a few minutes each morning. No music, no phone, just stillness. At first, it was uncomfortable. My mind would race, but slowly my body started learning that stillness wasn't something to fear. It was safe. It was peace. Before a stressful moment, I'd pause and imagine how I wanted to show up. Not just what I wanted to do, but how I wanted to feel. Calm, present, capable. It changed how I walk into rooms, how I handled pressure, and how I saw myself. And each night, I wrote down one small moment of courage, something I did that day that nudged me forward, even if it was just answering a message I've been avoiding. Those small wins built trust within myself. As the day wound down, I do something that helped me shift out of the go mode. Sometimes a cold splash of water, sometimes a slow walk at sunset, sometimes just breathing deeply by an open window. My body needed that transition, a signal that it was okay to let go. And maybe the most powerful shift of all, I stopped pretending I had to do it all alone. I picked up the phone, sent a message. I let someone in. 10 minutes of real connection can do more for your nervous system than an hour of scrolling ever will. You don't need a perfect routine, just one habit that brings you back to yourself. Start there and let that small shift anchor you in something real. Your focus is your freedom. I want you to imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and your mind doesn't feel like a battlefield. You move through your day with clarity. You're not overwhelmed. You're not bouncing from screen to screen. You're present, intentional, energized, alive. You speak and people feel you. You work and actually finish things. You rest and actually rest. That life isn't some distant dream. It's what happens when you train your focus and reclaim your energy. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about showing up today, even if your mind is noisy, even if your focus drifts, even if you feel behind. Because you can master your mind. You can direct your awareness. You can choose where your energy goes. And as you practice this, little by little, you'll stop feeling scattered. You'll stop feeling like your life is running you. And you'll start feeling you're in command. Not because everything outside is different, but because you are. Drop a comment. What's one small practice you're going to bring into today? Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. If this gave you even one aha, there's more coming. Share this with someone who's been feeling overwhelmed and is ready to take their focus back.